We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you and all.
Hi everyone, I'm Kathy, the Clumsy Soaper. Today I would like to share the making of a general purpose soap made from used cooking oil. Yes, you heard me right, used cooking oil. Before we start, I'd like to thank you for joining me again this week. If you are new here in my channel, please consider subscribing and hit the bell notification icon for a weekly soap making video, DIY tutorials, or recipe sharing from me. Soap making is my passion, so I'd really appreciate if you can join me in my soap making journey so we can learn and grow together. So, let's get started. For today's project, since this is just a cheap general purpose soap, we will use the improvised tools so you can do this using the available materials that you have at home. First, you have to collect the used cooking oil, then strain it off to remove any food particles and tidbits. Next, I poured it in a clean container and added barbecue charcoal chunks. We need to soak the charcoal in the used oil for a minimum of 2 weeks. You can skip this step, but I highly recommend this cause soaking the oil in charcoal helps to eliminate the used cooking oil odor. You will see that the shade is slightly darker. Don't worry about this one, that is typical after the charcoal soak. After 2 weeks, we are ready to strain our deodorized used cooking oil. I have here a total of 200 grams of oil. Depending on the oil that you use, you will need different amounts of lye solution. I will share the recipe and information depending on the oil that you have. So each oil will have its own different saponification value. So the lye amount that you need will vary depending on the cooking oil that you use. I'll provide the instructions and recipe, so just follow along on how to prepare the soap. Now that we have the recycled oil and the lye solution ready, we just need to slowly and gently pour the lye solution into the used cooking oil. We then stir it until the solution starts to emulsify. The solution will thicken and will reach trace. As you can see, when I move the spatula back and forth, it will leave a trail mark on top of the solution, and that is what we call trace. When you see that, we are ready to pour the soap into the mold. For the molds, you can use an improvised container as mold. There are so many options that you can use for the improvised molds, but for today, let's just use a milk carton. We don't have to make the shape of the soaps perfect because this is just for general purpose. So, to line the milk carton, what I did is to just use a big plastic bag. Just fix it properly and then you can pour the soap butter. Before I forget, I would also like to mention that if you want to add a scent and color to your soap, it will depend on your preference, but for today, I'll just keep it as simple and as cheap as possible. After a few days, the butter will harden and then you can unmold your soap. You can just use a kitchen knife to divide your soap according to your size preference. This general purpose soap was requested by my parents. They like me to share on how to do this so you can save up some of your money while you recycle and repurpose used oil. You can use this soap for cleaning up the rugs, the tires, the washrooms, sinks, and a lot more. But don't use this for bath. If you are looking for a video on how to make cold processed bath soaps, I have a number of videos. I'll put the link in the description box below, or you can also check the cards at the upper right hand side of the window. If this is your first time to make soap, safety should always come first. Remember to watch my tutorial on lye safety and preparation tips and tricks. I'll put the information and links to the videos in the description box, so feel free to check that out. So the total material cost that we spend in our recycled soap is just 80 cents, and that is for the material cost for the sodium hydroxide chemical that we used. We produced 4 bars of general purpose soap, so each bar with an approximate weight of 60 grams will only cost 20 cents. Compared to 20 bucks for a commercial all-purpose detergent, you will be saving a lot of money. So my little suggestion here is for you to start keeping your used oil. Recycle it to make your general purpose soap, save some money, and make Mother Earth happy. Of course, this little sharing will not be complete if you don't test the used oil soap outcome. Here I have a white cloth. I'd like to use white cloth so you can see that the used oil will not stain and it's just a normal soap. Let's start washing now. While we do this, it's time for the question of the week. What do you think about the used oil soap? Is it clever or never? Feel free to leave your comments down below. If you have questions, you can feel free to leave your questions in the comments. And you can also look for me in Facebook through the Clumsy Soaper page, or you can join our Facebook group, Soap Makers Hub. I hope that you picked up something from me today. Thank you so much and Merry Christmas! This is my little gift to you. I hope you like it. God bless!
Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed what I shared, please leave a like and a comment below. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to keep you posted of my weekly uploads. Until next time, bye-bye and happy birthday to those who will be celebrating their birthdays this month. God bless!